Good afternoon, Kurt Capra here with your daily recap for this Monday afternoon, May 15th. First time the S&Ps closed over 2,400. Just barely eked it out, but still nonetheless got this close here over 2,400. Hopefully this can get some additional momentum coming in. And I mean, look, we did close pretty well here today, all things considered. After opening a bit higher, we had the demand come in throughout the day. Going to switch over to the S&P here. We had the demand come in, and you can see that we closed up near the highs of the session, so that is encouraging for the potential for price to continue advancing here over the course of this week. So we'll see if that plays out, but it is a good first step to see that we got this close over 2,400 on the S&P. The Qs, they continue to just outperform, another all-time high. The real wild card, if you will, is going to be the Russell. It got a bump early this morning, saw some strength up to around the 139.25 area, which is where it stalled out and backed off from. As you can see, didn't close nearly as strong as the S&P, but what we're going to want to do here over the coming sessions is watch the 139.25 to 139.50 area. If the Russell can get above that, I think, as I said, that's going to be the wild card that opens the door to even more momentum coming in for the broader markets in advance. So definitely set alerts at those levels. Watch to see if that 139.25 to 50 area gets overcome, and if so, watch to see the market moving higher. But as we look around, USO gapping higher here once again, still into this resistance, but did break above this little descending trend line that you can see drawn here. But again, still has some resistance off to the left, and based on that backed off following the strong open, so it wasn't able to add to the gains whatsoever. We'll see if this is it and we start to top out here, or if there's a little more left in the tank here. But with oil up, energy was also up. However, it backed off from the open as well, pulling into the gap fill, closing red for the day, but still over Friday's close, which is a positive. So we'll have to keep an eye. It did break above a short-term level of resistance, but still has yet to clear this longer-term downtrend line. In fact, it came right up underneath it and backed off. So we're still at some long-term resistance here, going back to the high from December, and that's going to be something we'll have to pay attention to here. Above that, and you start opening the door to a more significant advance. Again, levels to keep an eye on. As far as individual names, Baba once again really strong, pushing more decisively through 120 and on its way to all-time highs here, closing up near the high of the day. Looks good, should continue to move higher there. Sticking with these names, Baidu, as was highlighted in the morning call, came up to that prior high, was not able to get through it here today, but still hung up there, right? So it consolidated up there, which is an encouraging sign, suggesting that it may be able to do so here tomorrow or over the coming days this week. So continue to watch Baidu here for a move through this prior high, which is sitting right here at 188.60. So watch for a move through that level. You also had some of the cybersecurity names moving higher based on the the news and the cybersecurity hacks that have been going on. So FireEye, this one was up nicely, breaking above the top of this range, also clearing, even though it was on a gap, clearing the $15 level, actually pushed through $16 here today before backing off a bit. So yeah, it's an interesting name. Definitely got some volume here today. We'll see if it doesn't stay in the news, or at least, if nothing else, on the minds of traders for tomorrow as well. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And just some other names. Tesla with the downgrade today held in well, gap down, but held that support. So still looks pretty good overall. And just remember, it broke lower here only to then rally back up. So again, looking pretty healthy here as well. All right, so we'll see what happens. Oh, real quick, also Nvidia just continues to surge higher. This one's been an absolute beast over the last couple days, just not even caring what is going on. It's got its own agenda here, and that remained the case here today. So again, overall quiet day for the market, but some encouraging signs, again, being the close above 2400 here, the most obvious of those signs. And we'll see how things are shaping up for tomorrow. But until then, have a great afternoon, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.